What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the tutorial series. So, in our last video, we looked at the C major scale and how to find the C major scale. I'm going to go grab my piano and we're going to actually look at the C major scale on the keyboard, on the piano. Okay? We got to wait for it to load. We also looked at in the last video the formula to the major scale. Okay, so let's look at the keyboard. If we're looking at our keyboard here, if you can tell me where C is at, if you remember where C is at. If you do not know where C is at, it is in the first video on how to find C. Okay, so if you found C, you would have found this note right here. Okay, now remember the formula, and I'm going to quickly jot down the formula for the major scale. The formula for the major scale is root note, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Now remember, this is the formula for the major scale. If I could spell, for the major scale. Okay? So, let's look at the keyboard again. And we start on our root note, which is C. And we're going to take a whole step. So from C, we're going to take a whole step to D. We're going to take another whole step. Then we're going to take a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, and then a half step. And with that said, we have the C major scale. Okay. Sorry, my cat Skylar, she is right here. She wants to say hi to you too, apparently. I don't know why. Okay, so now that we know the C major scale, let's look at a chord. I know this is what you have been waiting for. I am sorry that it's taken so long for me to introduce it. Alright, here we go. We're going to look and try to find, oh, by the way, major. Whenever you're writing music or whenever you're reading music for piano, you will oftentimes not see major written out. However, you're going to see its abbreviation, major, or you're just going to see this, the root note. Okay? So whenever you see the root note, just automatically assume that it's major unless otherwise noted. So, for example, if we just see this, say we're looking at a piece of music and all we see is the note C, okay? You're going to automatically assume that the chord you're going to play is a C major chord. Now, for instance, if it's going to be minor, it will say C minor, or if it's a C minor 7th chord, it will say C minor 7, okay? So the chord that I want to play, and for the purposes sake of your all's eyes, so you don't get confused, I'm going to actually write out C major. Soon I'm going to stop writing it out, and I'm just going to start putting just C or C major. So yeah. So we're going to look for the C major chord. And so we're only looking for the triad chord, which is a 3-note chord. Okay, this is the easiest chord you can get. It's just a 3-note chord. So it's going to start on the root note, and it's going to have, the 3rd and the 5th. Okay, the root note, the 3rd, and the 5th. Okay, so the root note in the C major chord is C, obviously. And so next we'll need to know the scale and go up to the 3rd note, which would be E. And the 5th note in the C major chord is G. So let's look again at the piano, and let's see if we was correct. So we start on C, okay? And we're going to go to the third note in the C major scale. So we count 1, 2, 3, and we land on E, okay? And now we're going to go to the fifth note of the C major scale. So 3, 4, 5, and we land on G. And with that said, you have the C major chord, okay? So with any triad chord, with any simple triad chord, excuse me, I'm moving my cat out the way before she knocks over my stand. So for any major chord that's a triad, you're always going to have, and I kind of need a clean sheet of paper so I could show you all. I'm going to do it like this. So as a nugget and a triad chord, all right, you're always going to have the root note, the third, and the fifth, okay? All right. So I have passed my time limit. I try to keep my videos at 5 minutes or under. Clearly, I have not been doing that. So with that said, I'm going to end today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to find the triad chord or the major chord. In the next video, I'm going to introduce a new scale called the D major scale, and we're also going to learn about a big vocabulary term called chord progressions. Okay? So, as always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like this content, if you like this channel, please subscribe. I am trying to reach my goal of 200, and by the time this video gets out, I would not have known if I have reached my goal. So I'm going to keep saying it until I reach my goal. Please help me reach 200 subscribers by giving me a subscription. All right, I will see you next time in our next video.